What's going on, YouTube? 2 videos in one day, huh? Surprising. I figure I'd do this video while it's on my mind. I just got here to the receiver in Dallas a couple hours early, and they went ahead and put me in the door, which is nice. I don't know how long it'll take or anything, but I guess I can go ahead and get in here, maybe try to get a nap. I want to talk about using your GPS. I got the, hopefully you can see that, Rand McNally 720, top of the line, whatever. Both of my trainers had it. I really like it. But it's not 100% reliable all the time. For example, this place, let me kick my APU on, hold on, there's balls in here. This place, exit 39, my GPS told me to get off at exit 41A or 42 or something like that, as well as my Qualcomm GPS. So, you know, you gotta kind of investigate, I guess, you know, before you come in. I use a bunch of different things. For this, on your Qualcomm, you can get directions. Get down here. I don't know if you can see that, how well you can see it. I-30, take exit 39, turn north, located northwest corner near shopping center, have overnight parking. That's the directions that come from the company. So when I punch up the address on the GPS in here, and they both tell me 40, whatever the exit they were trying to tell me was, they both tell me that. However, you know, the information on the actual written direction says something different. You know, you got to kind of look into that. There might be reasons. It might be old directions that are written out. It might be old directions on your GPS. You know, a couple different things. So for this, I called. There's also a phone number on the directions. I covered that up, and all the address and everything. But it'll have a phone number, and a lot of the places, especially the bigger places, they'll just have an automated little deal that'll tell you directions. And it told me word for word the same directions that were written on here. So from there, I got on Google Earth, typed in the address, and looked at it. You know, if I would have taken exit 42 or whatever it was, I'd have to get off, go down and around like a back way. According to the written directions and the phone directions, I just get off on the exit and then turn into the parking lot. So I verified that with Google Earth, saw a picture of it, saw a picture of the plant, you know, and got an idea of where I was going. There's been a couple instances like that where the GPS, it might, you know, it won't take you down, or in theory it shouldn't take you down any restricted routes or through any low clearance bridges, things like that. But it might not take you the most the best way. So you know, use GPS as a tool. Don't rely on it wholeheartedly. During orientation, they had said a story of a guy driving into the woods or something. It sounded like BS. It was a lot like the Office episode where Michael Scott drives into the lake following the GPS. I don't think anybody that thinks they can be a professional driver would do something that stupid. But there's a lot of idiots out here, so, you know, who knows. You know, common sense sometimes. Another instance, I was going, I think, 70 east in Columbus, and I had to get off and get on 71 or 75, whatever goes up to Cleveland. The GPS said to stay left, I think, except I had to go right and then stay left. Whatever it was a whole pain. I didn't get off onto the highway I needed to go on, so I had to go around to like 270 and up and around, which in that case it wasn't too bad. There was an accident where I would have gotten off, so I was able to avoid that. So, you know, in that instance it worked out, even though I went like 15 minutes out of route. Other times, yesterday, I think it was yesterday, when I was going to my delivery, the road that I came up on was really kind of narrow, and there was construction coming out of the truck stop, so I thought I'd take a different way around, and then it ended up taking me down really, really narrow S-curve country road. It was shady, and I was really nervous that I wasn't going to get out, you know, after going 20 miles or whatever down these really small, narrow country roads. And then it got to where I had to go left and around and then up onto the main road when I could have just went straight to it. So, you know, there's just weird stuff like that that'll come up. Sometimes you got to use common sense. And, you know, just use your best judgment. I always try to read where I'm going, so I know, you know, if I'm going towards a major city, Louisville, some random city, I know, you know, if I'm, you know, 100 or so miles away, when I need to be heading whatever direction toward Louisville, so I can read the signs and read the actual highway signs rather than blindly following the GPS. It took me a while to get used to reading the GPS as far as exits off the highway versus where you're just kind of veering off, or, you know, stopping. Once you get out here and mess around with it, you kind of know what I'm talking about on that. But, you know, basically don't trust the GPS 100%, even if you have the top of the line, because, you know, it's not always going to be 100% accurate. So you got to cover your ass. You know, if something happens and you do get screwed, it's not like the company's going to care if you say that the GPS led you the wrong way. You know, it's something that's on you, really. So that's that. Video 2 for the day. I'll probably upload that now, and try to take a nap. So y'all be safe. Leave questions, comments, stories. I like to hear stories of how GPSs have screwed you, because it screwed me. But usually not bad enough. You know, I got enough sense to know where something's a little shady. So yeah, that's it. So I'll see you whenever I make another video.